my buddies, this is Carmen and welcome to another Chatty Crochet with me. In this video series, I crochet something while talking about a subject to you, a friend who may or may not also be crocheting. This is not a tutorial video. Let me update you on my last blanket. On the screen, that's April's blanket. It was a corner-to-corner moss stitch, and I think it would have gone faster if I crocheted more, but my fingers, kept doing the hand crampy thing, so I had to take a lot of breaks. Anyway, I finished it in about 3 weeks, including breaks. And here's Maes Blanket. I literally just started it, so it's a bit of nothing at the moment. It's going to be a gingham plaid afghan that's off of Yarnspirations, which I will link down below. Right now, I'm guessing it's about 4 to 4.5 feet long. You can get measurements from there. I'm using Bernat Sheepy yarn in Cottontail and Vapor Gray. And you guys, I had heard about this type of yarn, but I hadn't actually used it before, and I didn't know this was the yarn that I bought, but it's very, very fluffy. Like, I know you can't tell, but you can't see the stitches, and the only reason you can see these stitches is because these are holes in the pattern. So yeah, it's really hard. It's really, 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 really hard to deal with, and I don't know how people do it. But kudos to everyone who has. And then I have this little green bit at the bottom. It's just to tell me how many stitches I did. So this is 67 stitches long. And then, so that just denotes how many stitches there are. And I also have crochet markers, stitch markers there, to denote that as well. There's one every 10. Yeah, so that will come off at the end. That's just there for support, I guess, to know which end is the bottom and where I'm starting the crocheting at. Thankfully this pattern has built-in holes, so that I'm not actually crocheting into stitches. I'm just avoiding these huge holes. Again, pattern will be linked below, so that's definitely helpful. But yeah, so far the pattern's going by pretty quickly. I just started this yesterday. So I'm so far this far down. So hopefully it goes by quickly. But I'm actually using, I think, less yarn than I thought I was going to. I actually overestimated how much yarn I would need, which is great, because I'm always happy to buy more yarn, because then I can just, I guess, use this. I'll have to use this yarn for something else, because I don't want to keep this yarn. This yarn is really nice, and it's so soft, but I hate crocheting with it. Oh my god. Yeah, hopefully in later blankets. I also ended up with too much yarn for my April blanket, so hopefully you'll see those colors again soon. Anyway, today I want to talk about vacations. Specifically the year before the pandemic, obviously. I actually went on a lot of vacations that year, so I just wanted to share them since I wasn't really on social media or YouTube that much. But yeah, I can't wait to go on vacations again, you guys. And just a side note, I actually just got my second shot, and most people that I interact with on a regular have gotten their shots. The only persons obviously I don't know are future customers that come in, and we still require masks at my office, so that's great. That's how it should be. But yeah, only 2 more weeks until I can be unmasked with other vaccinated people inside. So 2 of my most recent vacations are actually to Portland, and so I'm going to start this off on a positive note. I love Portland. I can't wait to go back again. I really, really love it there. It's one of my favorite cities I've ever been to. I don't know why. I think the vibe just meshes with my vibe more than other cities. I think it just matches well with my personality. Fortunately, Taylor also likes it. So both of my two of my vacations in 2019 were to Portland. The first one was with Taylor, and that was in July of 2019, and that's actually when we got engaged. So he proposed at the Lansu Chinese Garden in Portland, and it was really, really sweet. Basically, he said he wanted to take a picture. He gave his phone to a tour guide who was nearby. And then by the time I put my stuff down and I turned around, he was on one knee. And obviously, I said yes. On that trip, we also went to the McMenamins Kennedy School for that amazing outdoor tub. We played at the Glowing Greens, which was really fun. And we watched Spider-Man Homecoming at the McMenamins Baghdad Theater. This trip was also where I started becoming obsessed with the McMenamins whole line, I guess. They're basically like a chain of pubs and breweries. I guess their own each their own brewery. But yeah, they're just really cool. The Kennedy School is actually an old high school, I believe, that they just took over and made into like this giant like hotel bar. Like you can go to that pub. I mean, there's a restaurant inside. You can go to that outdoor pool. It's really, really cool. Yeah, but I really want to go eventually to all of them. My second vacation in 2019 to Portland was with one of my best friends, Julie. Julie and I did a little girls trip to Portland in November. It was supposed to be 3 of us, but one of my friends had to drop out. So it was just the 2 of us. We ate really good food. Like, we went to Pok Pok, which unfortunately is gone now, I think, due to the pandemic. Thanks a lot. We drank really good drinks. Like, we went to Bible Club PDX, which is really cool. Unforgettable, for real. I finally got to go to the Portland Art Museum, which was really cool. That was also the last time I was in an art museum. Thanks, pandemic, again. And just general good times. It's all very cool. I love Portland so much, you guys. In between those 2 trips in September, I actually went to go to Yunnan province to see my family with my mom. Yunnan province is in China. I had never seen that side of my family before, and I think this specific grandma was my mom's mom, so my grandma's sister. So it's my mom's aunt. This province is really close to Sichuan or Sichuan, and that's where, they get those peppers. The peppers got their name. Yeah, and a lot of this food was really, really spicy. We also went to some amazing natural sites like the Shilin Stone Forest, which was truly beautiful. And there were some amazing cultural dances and music there. And we went to the Juxiang Cave system, which was also really beautiful, but I will say it was very physically demanding, and you really have to warn someone when you go that it's going to be quite a hike. I feel like you should really warn people if you're going to do hikes like this, because I feel like at the end there was no way to get back up without this physically exhausting, hike. But at the end, we took this chairlift all the way back to the parking lot, which was beautiful, the chairlift part. And you got to see the entire, the cave system is obviously underground, but, the chairlift you're taking is over all the forest that the underground is on top of, and you really get to see, the crazy amounts of hiking that you did, even though it was underground. The chairlift was forever. That means we were walking forever underground. It was quite crazy. Also, you guys, I would like to pause here and say that the Chinese government treatment of the Uyghur people is wrong and they should be stopped. And there needs to be more information about it. People need to talk about it more so that the Uyghurs can get free and stop being imprisoned. So the first vacation of the year was actually to Vegas with Taylor. It was our first time in Vegas together. We played a bunch of slots. We went to the First Friday Fair in Vegas, which is basically like an art festival with food trucks. It was close to the Fremont Street, so we did some zip lining at Fremont Street, and we had White Castle for the first time. Of course, we also had really good food. We went to brunch at the Cosmopolitan, which was the Wicked Spoon buffet. And I had seen the Wicked Spoon on BuzzFeed's Worth It series with Steven and Andrew and Adam, of course. I'll put the card in the description. And it was seriously worth it, you guys. It was so good. What we did was I wanted to get a brunch. And we got there I think it was 11, but basically we sat down and we ordered, got breakfast food, and while we were eating our breakfast stuff, lunch had also rolled around, so we got lunch also. You guys, that's what you should do. You guys should do that. Another one of the buffets that was on the Worth It series was the Red Rock casino one. I think it's called the Feast buffet, and I also really want to go to there. We were gonna go that last time, but basically it was out of range of our hotel, walking distance, so next time maybe. And then I want to sneak in real quick the last vacation of 2018 that I went to with my mom. We actually went to Vegas, so 2 times I went to Vegas in the course of 3 months. But yeah, that time my mom and I took a bus tour on Christmas. It was a bus tour of some state parks. So we went to Valley of Fire in Nevada, and then we went to the most life-changing, I think, which was Death Valley in Southern California. It was freaking beautiful, you guys. And I would love to hike there in winter. Obviously not now. But one year, go on a hike in Death Valley for sure. I also wanted to add some smaller day trip vacations. 2019, I went to Paso Robles and I visited my friend while also getting my DMV license renewed. I went to Oakland for Julie's birthday and we spent the night and we had some brunch and we partied. And Taylor and I also went up to San Francisco for the night and we saw a show there. That one specifically was Welcome to Night Vale. Actually, the very, very last time that Taylor and I went out, was also to San Francisco to that same theater, Palace of Fine Arts. And we saw The Dollop live. That was great. I recommend that. Seriously, though, I really miss vacations. I miss traveling. I miss art and wine festivals. We did a lot of those. 2018, 2019. And county fairs. And just hanging out with friends. And going out to dinner. Yeah, I can't wait till we can all get back to going out and seeing each other again without being nervous and anxious about COVID-19. Anyway, here's what I have so far. I actually did 1 extra row, so I guess I'll be frogging that last row I just did. Ain't that the norm for me? But yeah, so it's 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to frog this last row. But then you change colors and you do every 6 rows. Let me know where you went on vacation that you miss very, very much. For me, obviously, it's Portland. Let me know the simple things that you miss about being in quarantine. Honestly, I just miss being out and not worrying about my health. Yeah. Let me know what you thought of my April blanket and let me know If you also hate this freaking fluffy yarn, I bet this would go a lot faster if I didn't have to use this yarn, because I'm counting a lot now. But yeah, I already bought it, so let's just go from here, right? But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!